The San Francisco 49ers are at a crossroads this season, and one player is stepping up to take the blame for the team's struggles. As we dive into the latest news, you won't want to miss how this key player is not only leading by example, but also setting the tone for the rest of the locker room. Stick around to find out who's making waves and how their words could reshape the 49ers' path moving forward. Be sure to subscribe and hit that like button to stay updated on all things 49ers. As we dive into the latest from the San Francisco 49ers, the reality of our current season is hard to ignore. Sitting at 5-5 heading into Week 12, it's been a real roller coaster, hasn't it? Injuries have plagued us, and inconsistencies have left fans scratching their heads. But through all of this, one name continues to shine brightly: Fred Warner. This guy is not just your average linebacker. He's proven time and again why he's among the best in the league. In just 10 games, Warner has racked up an impressive 78 tackles, 2 interceptions, and a league-leading 4 forced fumbles. But let's be real, stats only tell part of the story. What truly sets Warner apart is his leadership. In a season marked by ups and downs, he's been the steady hand guiding this team. When he takes the podium, you can feel his commitment to accountability. If we're all not seeing it the exact same way, then that's my fault at the end of the day, he said. That's the kind of leadership we need. Now, I have to ask, do you believe this was the right approach? I'm honestly a bit torn. On one hand, it's refreshing to see a player take that level of responsibility, especially with so many young guys around him. On the other hand, it raises questions about whether the coaching staff is doing enough to support him and the rest of the team. It's a fine line, isn't it? As we look ahead, the road is undeniably tough. We've got lingering injury concerns and a demanding schedule that could easily derail us if we're not careful. But don't count us out just yet. With Warner leading the charge, there's a glimmer of hope for a late-season turnaround. The talent is still there, both on the roster and in the coaching staff. There's potential for something special if we can just string together a few solid performances. It's easy to feel frustrated as a fan when the team struggles. We pour our hearts into this, and when things don't go as planned, it hits hard. But there's also something invigorating about being a fan of a team that fights through adversity. This is where champions are made. And let's be honest, we've seen this before with the 49ers. We've had our highs and lows, but what truly matters is how we respond to the challenges ahead. Now let's talk about the decisions being made at the top. Every move counts, and I'm curious about how they'll shape our future. Are we looking to make a push for the playoffs? Or is this season more about building for the next? I want to hear your thoughts. Do you think management is making the right calls? What are your expectations for the rest of the season? And speaking of expectations, it's crucial we rally behind our guys. The energy from the fans can make a significant difference. This is the time to bring that 49ers spirit to the forefront. Whether it's cheering loudly at Levi's Stadium or getting involved on social media, we need to show our support. It's part of what makes being a fan so special. So, I invite you to share your thoughts in the comments. What are your frustrations? What are your hopes? I genuinely want to hear from you. Together, we can navigate this journey and keep the spirit of the 49ers alive. Terrell Owens recently made headlines by praising Jauan Jennings, the wide receiver for the San Francisco 49ers, during an appearance on 95.7 The Game. Owens, known for his candid opinions, didn't hold back when discussing the team. While he criticized Deebo Samuel for his underwhelming performance, he shone a spotlight on Jennings, whom he believes has been the standout player in the 49ers' offensive scheme this season. Owens stated, "Jauan Jennings has been the brightest spot in this offense since day one this year." He highlighted Jennings as a playmaker, emphasizing that while he may not have the game-changing ability of stars like Christian McCaffrey, he has been incredibly productive. This is music to our ears as fans, isn't it? To hear a legend like Owens recognize one of our own as a pivotal player really gets the adrenaline pumping. But let's unpack this a bit. Owens pointed out that Jennings lacks that game-changing speed, which is a fair observation. He possesses the physical attributes to bring toughness to the game, and his ability to make contested catches is impressive. It's crucial for us as fans to understand that while Jennings may not be the flashiest player on the field, he is a vital component of the 49ers offense. His ability to turn 50 to 50 balls into favorable situations is something that can't be overlooked. Owens also made an interesting point about Jennings playing as if he could command a contract worth $30 million a year, especially with the contract situation of Brandon Ayuk looming. This raises the stakes for Jennings significantly, doesn't it? It's a reminder that every performance counts, and with the right opportunities, Jennings could be on his way to securing a hefty paycheck. Now, let's take a moment to think about the implications of this praise. If Owens sees Jennings as a focal point, it signifies a shift in how the 49ers might strategize their offense moving forward. The connection between Jennings and the quarterback could become a game changer for us as fans. It's exciting to think about the potential chemistry that could develop and how that might open up the playbook even further. But here's where it gets interesting. Owens mentioned that Jennings needs another player to complement his skills offensively. That's where we as fans have to consider the bigger picture. The 49ers' running game has to step up to balance the offense. If Jennings can't do it all on his own, what does that mean for the rest of our skill positions? Will we see more shifts in strategy to ensure that the offense can operate effectively as a unit? And you know what? This is where I'm a little divided. Do we put all our eggs in the Jauan Jennings basket? Or do we need to seek out additional talent to support him? I genuinely believe that while Jennings is emerging as a star, he shouldn't have to shoulder the entire burden. This team thrives on unity and depth. So, what do you think, 49ers faithful? Is Jauan Jennings really the shining star we've been waiting for? Or do we need to look elsewhere for that game-changing spark? I want to hear your thoughts. Are you excited about Jennings' potential? Or do you think we need to bolster our roster to make a serious run this season? Make sure to drop your opinions in the comments below. Let's get this discussion going. And remember, if you enjoyed this breakdown and want to stay up to date with everything 49ers, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Hit that notification bell so you won't miss any of the essential updates as we dive deeper into this season. Your engagement means everything, and I'm eager to build this community with you all.